Alright. What's up, everybody, and welcome back. We got Dark vs. Ryung from the World Team League, and we are picking a special map that's been highly recommended to me. Let's find out if it's any good. We got Dark in the top right as Stargazers. It's Dragon Phoenix Gaming's Dark. Not a great map for Zerg, but he's up a game in this best of two series. Opponent in the top left, Team GP's Ryung. Ryung Stoppable. It's a cheap ripoff of Beyond's nickname. I'm sorry. Sure he has a better nickname than that. I just couldn't think of it in the moment. Ryung's a beast at late game. Very good technical early games. He's Maru's best bud. And looks like he's going to go for... Oh, I thought it was command center first, but he's actually hiding his barracks in the back. That's an interesting build order. Nice green screens for both of these players by the looks of it. Actually, I don't know if they're using green screens. Did they just... Are they using a filter to edit backgrounds onto the back of them using like Facebook Messenger bloody filter technology? That does not look great. Just show their rooms in the background, guys. It looks better. Big thank you for the love, everybody. But yeah, basically, I don't know why the barracks is back there. I guess maybe he wants Dark to think it's a command center first. I don't really see how that helps exactly on such a big map, but we'll keep our eyes on it. And Dark is, of course, just going hatch, cast, pool. Usually Zerg wants to expand to the south of the map. He's also looking for proxy barracks with his overlord on the bottom, while this overlord goes straight over. SCV is coming across. What's that for? I guess he just wants to scout to see if it's pool first. He's going to go CC on the low ground there. Very standard 1-Rex expand for Ryung. Now, Dark is, of course, a beast at fighting from behind, but I don't think he has the most technical early to mid-game of ZvT, so we're going to have to see if he can keep up with Ryung's build orders now. Oh, the observer's not showing it, but the overlord has not actually seen the barracks yet. And it's heading towards the natural, so I think Dark thinks it's command center first. Seeing the second depot, he should know that it's not, because with a CC first, you do not need a second depot that early. Dark doesn't read it. Dark doesn't make the read. Dark thinks it's CC first. Dark is building 2 drones instead of Zerglings. That means the Reaper's going to arrive. There's no Zerglings building at all. This is very risky from Dark. He's going out to take a third base now. He's building more drones and Overlord. Dark completely misread this opening. The Reaper's going to arrive, and there's no Zerglings to defend it. Now, this is kind of okay, because you've built 3 extra drones instead of 6 Zerglings, but he's got to do a lot of spore tricks and extractor tricks to keep these drones alive. He's already lost one of them. You can tell he's a little surprised. He thought this was a CC first. He's very surprised as a Reaper had 2 drones and a spore trick. That's a very good opening for Ryung. So now, I'm like, why would you build your barracks there? Especially if you're just going to build 2 depots in the wall and give away that it's not command center first. Well, I think people... Like, Dark just wasn't thinking about what the second depot meant. If he was thinking about it, he would have realized, oh, second depot has to mean that there is a barracks first opening. But maybe he thought it was marine first or something. I don't know. I think Dark just misread that situation. Took some big damage early, so Ryung's got a nice start to this game. But of course, the lead versus Dark doesn't really mean anything until you're able to actually convert off of it. Ryung does go for the third command center, the starport, and the second gas behind it, so a super economic opening. Reaper's going to rotate around the north side. Oh, if he gets another drone, that would be ridiculous. No. No. Okay, good micro by Dark. Just pulls the drones back. Doesn't take any more damage. Hellions are now coming out 2 at a time. First 2 heading across the map. Creep Tumor in the main, really important on this map to try and spread that up to the top left inside pocket base. Hellions and Reapers coming down to the south side as well. And we got Banshees, Cloak, Marines, and Orbital on the way as well. Ooh, Creep Tumor's in the open, but doesn't click on it. Maybe misclicked. It's really hard because the Queen takes up so much space. With the angle the camera is on, you'll notice StarCraft isn't a top-down. You're kind of on like an angle, kind of forward angle. And the Queen kind of blocks things that are above it from being clicked on unless you move your screen right up so the Queen's at the bottom of your screen. It's a really annoying thing about the Queen, and actually clicking on that is definitely tough. Alright guys, third command center is there. We've got a Baneley Nest on the way as well as more drones coming on in. Creep Tumor's going down all over the place. Spores are building. Don't think the Cloaked Banshees will find much this game, so Dark's done a good recovery after losing a few workers unnecessarily early on. 52 drones versus 40 SCVs. Of course, the third command center gets to land so easily, and then Ryung could, yeah, I mean, honestly, usually what Terran does is they open the rocks and then they just have such a short push path in towards, through the watchtower, through the cliff, into the Zerg territory. It's just very hard, especially if they start dropping the main and then dropping the south as the Zerg to establish a fourth and defend a big economy. Good roast of those 2 creep tumors. Zerglings are starting to gather up here. 57 workers versus 47, so maintaining an okay worker position is Dark. He's gone Lair and a second gas, but lately he's been doing quick third and fourth gas, double Evo and Baneling Nest all at the same time. This time around, no Baneling Nest. Actually, I think his Bane Nest is already up, isn't it? Banshee's coming, get a drone, but the Spore does a lot of damage to one of those, already in the orange. Banshee's moving in towards the natural. Queen's starting to take damage as well. Banshees, though, running out of energy, so they're not really getting anything done, man. Okay, we've got this base going on. People could help out the noobs in the chat, guys. We have the bracket command just for that, as well as everything else. Ooh, good cancel on the 4th. That was delicious, wasn't it? Very, very nice moves there. Also got other people hopping in chat saying, this isn't Maru, when the title clearly says Dark vs. Ryung. For those who are watching on YouTube, I used to call the YouTube comment section the absolute cesspool of the internet. And to be fair, sometimes it is a little bit weird on some of my channels. I mean, I really want to start engaging more here on my Pigcast channel to try and, you know, build a bit more of a community feel since there's a lot of weird comments. But I gotta say, Twitch chat sometimes really does scrape the bottom of the bottom of the barrel. It gets on in there, and it shows it might not be the height of the place where intelligence comes to marinade. You know, sometimes it's good, sometimes not so much. But yeah, if you guys are enjoying the cast, let me know in the comments. And definitely, it's weird. I've really got to start interacting a little bit more on that. So far, Ryung, I mean, canceling that 4th is huge. Dark's taking a 4th and a 5th, guys. Sorry, I've been a bit off on the commentary there, just a bit distracted by some circular Twitch chat discussions. And people, please do me a favor and help out the noobs just by activating those commands. You don't have to engage, but at least just answer the questions. I really appreciate everyone who's been helping me out with that. Thank you very much, Hagendaus. Okay, he's mining out the inside. Yeah, this is it. Big 3-base push incoming, guys. Now, I don't think there's a 4th command center just yet. He's on 8 barracks. He's got the armory coming, which means 2-2's pretty delayed, but Ryung is going to do a gigantic push, and Hive is on the way, so Vipers could help out Dark. The question is, does he go straight for Lurkers? I don't know if he's going to have the cash to do so. He's only on 76 drones. He's got decent creep spread, but that bridge is going to be tough. That bridge is going to be really tough to actually engage across. You kind of have to give up the northern bases, Dark, and just use it to buy time. Keep spreading creep on the south and the middle of the map. Try to just keep your economy going towards the gold base. Looks like he's going to go for a big Ling Bane run by. That's usually a good idea. Oh, it's not that many Zerglings, though. It's a pretty small blob. More Lings, Banes, Hydras are building up the Marines, the tanks, and the Hellbats starting to march forward. Still no 2-2 started for Ryung. A little bit questionable there. Ryung really should be starting those upgrades. +2 melee starts for Dark, but he hasn't started Carapace either, so both players stalling out their upgrades. 15 Marines building at a time. Ryung with a giant push. He had an excellent start to this game. He's cancelled this base before. Now he kills it again. 4 base versus 3 base. Usually not too bad for the Terran. 2-2 starts up for him as +2 Carapace starts up for Dark. Dark starts a base on the gold, though. If Dark can just stop this push getting into his natural, he will be okay. He's got the gold base going up. He's got adrenal glands coming in. He's out of gas. He can't afford Vipers. It's all just Lings and Banes. And look at how many Marines are all the way back on the bridge in reserve. Oh, Ling Bane coming forward. Pretty good spreadies on the Marines. The Marines on the bridge run forward to try and aid. Oh, he saves some Marines on the right side as well. A lot of those Banelings go down. And still a siege tank on the bridge holds firm. Ryung's going to push forward. He says, okay, you just blew a lot of your wad there. A lot of those Banelings went down. I'm going to move forward and still marching mass Marine tank forward. The problem he has is he has very few Marines. Siege tanks, sorry. He has more than enough Marines, but he's only building 1 tank at a time, which means he doesn't have a lot of ranged damage to force the Zerg to engage. So it's a very slow march forward here for Ryung. But the 15 Marines building at a time, it's just hard for Zerg to keep up with that. There's so many of these Marines, Banshees, everything they can, trying to gather out. Okay, Dark's just going to go across the map. Massive Ling Bane run by has been spotted, though. Surely Ryung should be ready for it, but I don't see his rally point changing to his natural. Uh-oh, Massling Bane attack coming. Ryung has a giant reinforce that just moved out, though. That should be plenty of Marines. They're in a big enough ball. I don't think the Lings can fight against a big ball of Marines and a Phalanx like that. And, okay, he's going to try and run into the main. That could buy him a little bit of respite on the front while Ryung's distracted. I do think Dark should be rebuilding his Baneling Nest, though. That Baneling Nest is certainly going to go down in the near future. Oh, he swings in again, but, oh, no, bad fight for Dark. Oh, no. Oh, I think Ryung might just have this in the bag. This was a desperate effort to pull Ryung's attention away, and while it does pull his attention away, it comes at a terrible cost. So many units going down. I think, oh man, Dark does get into the, okay, he gets in the natural. He's actually doing some SCV damage. Ryung slow to pull those workers. He's trying to micro 2 places at once. Dark is being very slippery. More Lings coming in the front as well. He's going to morph a lot more Banelings. He's going to keep going. He's building another Baneling Nest in the back in reserve before this one even goes down. Great preparation by Dark right now. He's got double the workers. His army is so much smaller though. I think he might just be dead anyway. I mean, Ryung's push here. I don't think he can ever break this army. The tanks are now way further forward. Dark is afraid to engage down there off creep. That is incredibly scary. And there we go. Banelings roll in. Uh-oh, a few more SCVs go down, but that comes at the cost of a lot of Banelings once again. Dark's trying to make an Ultra Cavern right now, trying to hang on and survive. Marines and tanks coming forward. Ryung right now, he's very focused, but he's way down on workers. His natural wall is busted, and he never had a wall on this side, which I do think is a big mistake. The Marines and the tanks there gonna start to gun them down. A few Marines on the right side do get taken out. Oh, Fresh Mules getting boom-boomed. But wait, no, Dark with a misclick. There's too much going on. He doesn't get the boom-boom on the Mules. They will be able to get into the main and start mining there as well. Maulings coming in the backstab. Dark relentless on the backstabs, but he's not doing well at home. He's down 30 army supply. That's so much bio. I don't know if 3-3 ever got made for this bio, but if it did, that's going to be a disaster for him. Hydras do take out a medevac. Nice pickups and drops. It's 2-2 versus 2-2. Oh, here we go. Dark has so much more worker supply. If he can stop this army, he should be okay. There's been so many things that went wrong for him. That giant Baneling Ling run by getting blasted, but the fact that he's just constantly backstabbing and refusing to fight on the front, he's forcing Ryung to move on creep. He's forcing Ryung to clump up. Unfortunately, Ryung is so deep in his territory, he kills the natural. Dark has the gold base up though. That gold base is the one thing that's potentially going to do it for him. He's got 4 ultras about to pop as well. 4 ultras might be enough to break this push. If he can get 4 ultras on this, the whole army's deep on creep. Ultras rock Marines on creep. They absolutely destroy them, even without kindness. He's going to go for it. Coming in with an ultra on the south side, but wait, no, the rest of the army, he does pull back. Dark's waiting. He's gathering. Kindness plating starts up. More Lings, more Banes, morphing. He's going to go for it. Ultra pops. The giant army stims all at once. The Ultra without kindness goes down. But that means that's a pre-stim. His medevacs are low on juice right now. Oh, they've only got so many more shots left in them. So many more of those healing shots to those Marines. And these Marines are kind of split up right now. He's so deep on creep. I think Ryung needs to pull home and rebuild. And just start dropping. His army size is still massive, but look at that. Dark's distracting him with Lings, putting the pressure on him. He's going to try and move forward. Ooh, okay, a couple Lings and Banes roll into those Marines. Got some Queens go down. The Marines still standing strong. So many Marines down there on the low ground. Dude, I'm dreaming about Fungal right now. Dark is having wet dreams about Fungal, but he doesn't have any Infestors out. He's going to have to do it with just Ultras, Lings, and Banes. He's biding his time. He's still got his macro hatch up. He's trying to take the inside base. The Ling Bane Ultra Hydra actually goes across the map for a counterattack. Wow, I was not expecting that move. Lings are finding the rally. Marine Marauder should clean that up decently. Remember, that's Adrenal Gland Zerglings. Equal upgrades, 2-2 versus 2-2 on both sides. The Marines are finally getting to the main. Dark being so patient. He's breaking the natural at home. Ryung's whole natural is getting ransacked right now. Ling Bane Ultra going to clean that bad boy up. That command center is going to go down as well, which will put Ryung back on 2cc. Ryung is super all in right now, and Dark has just kept his gold base mining this whole time. The siege tanks, the Marines coming forward up that ramp. Oh, finally, Dark runs forward. Oh, the medevacs are starting to get gunned down. Spore Crawler going down. Bile's trying to land here. Oh man, the Ravagers, the Queens, the Transfusers all over the Ultra. It does clean up a lot of the Marines, but eventually goes down. The Queens are all going to fall. Every single Queen goes down, but can he defend at home? A Liberator siege is up. That is a little bit of a problem for Dark to deal with. Can he get it? The Hydras move forward. They take out the Liberator. Ooh, can he break him? Can he break him? Another Lib siege is up. Dark decides to pull back. He's coming in from the right side of the Lings. He has completely denied Ryung's mining. Ryung looking incredibly stressed on the camera. Dark focused as ever with that bloody villain mustache that he's been growing recently. All the tech going down in the main base. That's a disaster. Ryung is still up in army value, but Dark has 3 mining bases in the south. And he's rebuilding his spawning pool. I don't know if he's rebuilt his Ultra Cavern. but just being able to mass produce Zerglings, Queens, even pumping out any Hydras he can, he has managed to rip Ryung's economy apart, and Ryung was just a little bit too committed to this push, and the backstabs are what did it. Dark refused to engage into the push. Everything Ryung did was predicated on getting Dark to engage into that big marine tank spready he had outside the base. Dark refused to do that. He gave up ground. He played ever so patiently, and I think he's completely back in this game now, because look at the supply. He's producing, he's mining that gold base, giving him so much income. So many lings coming out. He's trying to even rebuild a baneling nest. And even Medevacs getting hit by spore crawlers. Every bit of damage is so bad. Not to mention the fact that you're moving deep through creep this whole time. Hungry Ultralisk is playing with his marine dinner right now. Oh, they're getting a few of those marines coming in for the left at the same time. Queens, Hydras, Ultras, and Lynx from every single side. And the kindest blading Ultras are going to bring it back. Dark does not go down easy. He does not go down without a fight. Ryung there, just like, are you serious, man? And Dark's like, yeah, business as usual. I was never even behind. Any other player would be pumping their fist going, oh my god. But Dark there gets the 2-0. And that game there, I just thought was such a great example that I wanted to show you guys of a player who, just look at the territory in this game, where he's getting pushed on this angle and he expands all along the south, gives up ground, and he even expands to his in-base on the top. He really played like a Zerg, where he opened his jaws wider and wider. I mean, you could just zoom through and you can see wider and wider, and it looks like Ryung's punching through, but in fact, Dark is just opening his jaws ever wider until he slams his whole mouth closed on that army, and you can see that it allows his creep to do such good work. Whereas if you fight off creep against this army, it's so much stronger. Beautiful, beautiful play by Dark, and this was just such a sick comeback by him. Well played. GG's.